welcome to another Glow Radio business episode. We are super excited to tell you about why your business needs a podcast. You're going to get some killer statistics and 5 super key points why a podcast is going to benefit your business. Get more engagement from your audience, getting to know you better, building trust with them, and getting them excited. You will learn just how easy it is to start a podcast and how you can reach your prospects on a much quicker level by having guests.
Glow Radio is a podcast for sassy entrepreneurs who are in the process of quitting their much-hated day job to work for themselves full-time.
You can expect weekly conversations with unapologetic creatives, business owners, and influencers.
We discuss tips on how to reach your goals, manage your time, and keep your sanity while being a major boss babe.
We're Jacqueline and Clara, your favorite hype women who will cheer you on and push you to create the life that you want. We're business strategists, career and life mentors, and wellness advocates.
Want to get started ASAP? Stay until the end to find out where to download your awesome free checklist with 25 ways to get your shit together like a baller.
Hit that subscribe button and follow us on IG at Glow Radio Co. Stay sassy, babes.
Hello, Glow babes.
Hello.
Welcome back to another episode. Today we're going to talk about business. So we're going to talk about why your business needs a podcast now.
Right now.
We're going to go over some very important stats on why your brand should have a podcast in order to succeed in the industry today.
Did you know that more people are preferring audio to visual? First of all, they can pop their headphones in during work. You can't just sit there and watch a YouTube video.
No.
Well, I mean, you can.
You can, but it's harder.
I think it's frowned upon.
Yeah.
So a lot of people, like me, sometimes I'll just sit there, I'll pop a headphone in, listen to a podcast, and also they can tune in while they're driving to work.
Yeah, or coming home from work too.
Because, watching YouTube, again, while you're driving is not safe.
That is illegal in Canada as well. I think it's illegal in America too, right?
I'm pretty sure it's illegal for you to even be holding it.
Yeah, it's a very hefty fine now.
Oh, I think you get towed actually.
Oh, seriously?
If you're a BC citizen, you get towed for this shit.
So don't do that.
Look at your phone.
Listen to a damn podcast instead.
Plug us in, play our episodes, and you're good to go.
Stat number 2, did you guys know that 50% of all homes are podcast fans? This is in the US, so that is over 60 million homes that are listening to podcasts nowadays. So the podcast industry is also quite small compared to blogging. There's only about 600,000 podcasts live, but there's over 400 million blogs. So that's a big difference.
It's literally everyone and their moms has a blog.
Yeah.
There's blogs about, I don't know,
everything.
Cooking, being a mom, being a dad, being a cousin,
pets. There's literally a blog on everything.
And then there's podcasts, but there's nowhere near as much.
Yeah.
We special.
So your business should have a podcast because you can get your podcast heard by more people.
Lots of people. So number 3, it's a powerful marketing tool. Like I said, people are just popping in their headphones, they're listening. Social media is not just limited to Facebook or YouTube or Instagram. There's so many podcast listeners nowadays. They're active on every social media channel.
Yeah.
And, if podcast is just the icing on top of it, I find.
Yeah.
People hear the podcast, they like it, they're going to go to your social media pages and they're going to want to see more, right? So it's kind of like a little stepping stone rather than go straight to trying to find you on Instagram.
Yeah, totally. And another stat here is that 94% of podcast listeners are active on at least one other social media platform. Versus only 81% of the rest of the population are active, if like the other people who don't listen to podcasts. So that's like still a difference, you know? There's more people that can find your social channels if they're your listener. If that makes sense. If they're your listener on your podcast.
But that's how you make them your listener.
Yeah, I feel like I butchered that sentence there.
Cut it. We're cutting it.
You know what I mean.
If the sound jumps, this is why. And the podcast listeners are actually more likely to follow companies and brands on social media, making it an excellent platform to promote business and do, I was going to say advertisements.
Advertisements.
And do advertisements.
Advertisements.
Listeners are loyal, affluent, and educated. And you're not shoving it down their throats. You know, have a little break in your podcast. Say what you need to say, like...
Yeah.
You know.
And I find that, like, me personally, if I'm listening to a podcast, I'm more likely to not skip the ad. Like, I'll listen to the ads in the beginning that they're going through.
You know what? Even the intros.
Yeah,
like,
right?
I just let it go.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't kill me. I don't need to, like, do that. Skip 15.
Yeah, because I don't feel like it's like when you're watching TV and you're like, oh my god, it's another commercial. This is so lame. But in a podcast, it's okay to
And
me.
I think it's also like, think about when you listen to the, you know, the radio channels and they play commercials for like a good 2 minutes.
Yeah, you're like
fine with it. The podcast is
it.
just like one.
Yeah.
It's like 15 seconds
Very
or something.
good.
Like,
Very
I'm
good.
okay with that.
Yeah.
I'll survive.
And also, 45% of monthly podcast listeners have a household income of over $75K in the US. So that's like a decent amount of money.
So it's time to make that money.
So if you advertise your business to them, they might buy because they have a higher disposable income.
They have a higher disposable income, and if they're listening to you, they already like you.
Yes, they trust you.
They like what you are giving them. Mm-hmm. So why not sell them more things?
Yeah, why not?
Go slip it in. Be like, hey, by the way, I have a sale.
Also, I'm going to throw one more stat to you guys. 69% of listeners agreed that podcast ads made them aware of new products or services.
And y'all know 69 is the magic number.
Yes! Okay, I think that's all the numbers I had for you guys today.
So I'm just going to sum up the tips.
Stats. The analytics that we provided.
Like, this isn't a tip. I'm going to sum up the analytics that we have just provided.
Yes.
So people are preferring audio to visual because it's more convenient and they can listen to it anywhere versus like you need to scramble and find your YouTube.
Yeah.
50% of all homes are podcast fans. Granted, yes, it is in the US, but Canada and US are very similar. Mm-hmm. And pretty much the rest of the world follows.
Yeah.
It is a very powerful marketing tool. It's kind of like your stepping stone between getting them to go on your like social media, so your Facebook, your YouTube, your Instagram. They hear you on your podcast, they like you, they're going to want to search you up.
Yes.
Podcast listeners are more likely to follow companies because it is an excellent platform to promote and they get to know you. Mm-hmm. They get to kind of understand who you are as a company, where you're coming from, the topics that you're talking about. If it interests them, they're going to be attracted.
Yes.
And 45% of listeners have a lot of income, over $75K. So get on that now. And finally, 69, magic number.
69.
Podcasts have made them more aware of new products and services.
So that better be enough to convince you guys that your business needs a podcast now.
Like, come on, man. It's a podcast.
It's so easy to like set up too. You don't need as much equipment as starting like a YouTube channel.
Yeah, you definitely. It's not like you need like a film crew or something. No. You know, it's just us and a mic.
Most of the time we look homeless.
90% of the time we're in hoodies. Yeah. Like, you know, you don't have to make a video podcast. So if you just want to record it on the bathroom, go ahead, right?
Why not? We should just do that, like a bathroom episode. All right, moving on to things that you are going to learn today in the rest of this episode. So, number one, in your podcast, you should introduce yourself. meaning that your clients and prospects want to know the voice behind your brand, behind your business. You want to engage with your audience through a podcast, show them that you're real and not just like something that they're imagining.
Yeah.
So you're building your reputation, you're building your brand, and you're building trust.
They're gonna get to know you on like a totally different level. Like if you're the face of your company, let's say, and you do like, I don't know, you're a holistic lady or whatever.
Yeah.
On Instagram, they're just gonna see your picture. Like you're doing your
Whatever.
candles or whatever.
Candles? Because candles are so holistic.
You're gonna be holding like, I don't know,
Lavender candles.
You're holding a lavender and you're waving it at people.
Yeah.
But they're just gonna see that like picture.
It's very one-dimensional.
Because everyone's so caught up in the whole like, I'm Instagrammable, you know. But on a podcast, they get to like listen to you. Mm-hmm. They're like, they get to connect with you on that kind of like,
deeper level.
Yeah, I guess.
What were you gonna say?
I don't know anymore. Once you said deeper level, I just like lost it. I was like, I don't know.
They gotta know the deets, like your visions, your goals, like the real shit.
Yeah, or if you have like just like a random episode about your day, because you're like, you know, you're human.
Yeah.
And they get to see that side of you. It's really beautiful.
Mm-hmm. So moving on to number 2, I kind of mentioned it a little bit already, but after introducing yourself, the longer you have a relationship with your clients, your listeners, you can build trust. Mm-hmm. So that's number 2. And usually, as people, we like to make purchases and we like to support the people that we trust and we know. Mm-hmm. So that's why your business needs a podcast now.
Right now. You need a podcast. Yeah. You want to build trust. People can claim that they're like cruelty-free. Yeah. Or whatever. But nowadays, if somebody tried claiming that and they weren't, they'd be closed up shop, like gone to hell in like a day. So you need to be as transparent with your audience as possible, and by having a podcast, they're listening to you like once a week. They get to like dig inside your brain. Yeah.
And you can talk about so many more, I guess, topics on a podcast too. Like if your company is cruelty free, you can go into the ways that your company practices
or
that.
Or you can talk about how much it like pisses you off.
Yeah.
But you can't just make an online ad that says like I'm fucking pissed off at like the cow industry or something. You can't do that.
Because like people have such a short attention span to like reading, I feel like. So if you write a long ass post online, like maybe some people will read it, but I'm gonna say maybe a lot of people won't. A lot
of people would skim it. Probably.
Yeah, skim it.
And like I feel like having a rant written in words is so much more.
Bless you. Blessings. It's allergy season, guys.
Spring sucks.
Spling.
I keep sneezing.
I was like crying last week because of my allergies.
I forgot what I was saying now.
Something about like ranting. Oh, like writing a long rant.
Oh, like I feel like, don't you feel it when you read like a rant that's been like typed out?
Yeah, like an essay.
It's like so aggressive. Yeah. And when you hear just someone go like, hey man, that's not cool. And then
you're having a conversation.
Okay. Like you're like, oh, I understand you, you know?
Yeah, it's more like human. It's more relatable.
So I have a quote from Stephen Wassner on his podcast, Onward Nation. And he says, you can't demonstrate your credibility without sharing your expertise. And by sharing your expertise, you become helpful. You become valuable for your listeners. It's much more likely you can then develop a business relationship from someone in your audience when you've established your credibility.
Bam.
Well, bam. So that's why. Just on that alone. Google him. He's amazing. Crazy podcast.
Yes. It's a daily podcast for business owners.
For business.
So you want to create a personality for your brand.
Mm-hmm. You gotta be personable. And if you don't run you're not the face of your business, like it's just kind of, there's not like a, like there's not that one person that's oh, that's me.
Hi.
then hire someone.
Mm-hmm.
Hire someone passionate. Just
Yeah.
proof the episodes. Make sure that they're doing
On
the
brand.
stuff that you want to talk about.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, if, say you're a business owner, but you're not really comfortable being the face, like, you don't want to be broadcasted, then find an employee that will be a good candidate for that.
Or, like, you know, you're just way too busy to sit down and record.
Mm-hmm.
How dare you? We're never too busy.
Make time,
for our
bitch.
audience. But yeah, just find like-minded people. It doesn't have to be one person. It could be a group. Like, there's so many different ways of podcasting.
Totally.
It's just like the different styles. Like, sometimes there's just the one person that's like, nah, 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 nah. There's like two people, or there's like a group style.
Yeah. So many options.
If you're enjoying this episode so far, please comment Glow Up on YouTube and leave us a review on iTunes.
Give us 5 stars or we will find you.
We will!
Moving on to number 3.
So number 3, you want to get them excited. Keep them coming back for more. Having a podcast, they know every week or however often that you wanted to release an episode. You know, now they're like, oh, I love this person. I want to come back. I want to hear more.
Yeah.
And that gets them really excited. And then you can discuss the ongoing, you know, progress of the new product that you're developing.
Yeah.
Or like some sort of service that you might be coming out with. It's a great way to get feedback as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're talking about it. You're like, oh, hey guys, I still have some concerns. Can you shoot me some DMs?
Yeah,
right in my comments?
exactly. And
it's not so official. Like, people feel like, you know, you have to click on a poll or whatever,
Yeah.
and then it just feels really like
official, like a
whereas,
survey or whatever.
Whereas it's just, I feel like podcast is more personal. Like, it's like you're just having a chit chat. You're just trying to get to know them.
It's like a conversation.
Mm-hmm. And you can like, and every week could just be like, you can update them on a product. You can teach them 5 ways on how to use your product, and so on and so forth.
There's so many things you could say on your podcast, and it kind of gives you more room and more time to explain, to like plan out what you say. Because like we said before, like if like there's like 10 steps to something, and you write a long ass blog post or whatever, it can be very time consuming for someone to sit down and read that. But like if they're just driving to work, they'll listen to your podcast and they'll be like, oh, I didn't know I could use that product that way, or like I didn't know this product was coming out, you know, sort of thing.
And they definitely, and they could technically watch it on YouTube, but like we said, this is the time where people are driving to work. They're at work, you know, they might not always be able to watch the video.
Yeah.
So this is going to serve the purpose of like, you're not taking any attention away from their like eyes. They can like still look at the road. They could still look at their computer.
Yeah.
But they're still listening. Mm-hmm. And audio is, personally, I find it extremely powerful, because even if you're not like fully listening, your subconscious is listening.
Yeah,
even
totally.
if it's just playing. Sometimes, you know, you catch it, you don't hear it.
Yeah.
But then like you'll kind of be like, oh, I remember somebody saying something like that, right?
It's so interesting. Number 4, podcasts are also very cost effective. So we touched on this a little bit earlier, but hosting a podcast does not need to break the bank. You really don't need a lot of expensive equipment.
No,
you can pretty
definitely
much
not.
like, you can get a mic off Amazon for like $30 or less.
I wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah. But if you're like that broke and you want to start that's how we started, so no shame, man. Like, our first mic was hella cheap. It was like $30.
It was like $30, and the wire stopped working. The 3rd day, and I was like, oh, okay.
But you know, you gotta start somewhere. So yeah, started from the bottom now here.
Well, actually, technically, our first episode, we didn't even have a mic.
Oh yeah, we just had the one that was like attached to my camera, because like it was one that I had.
And you can hear like the, what is that, like the staticky like, room sound.
Yeah, like the wind and stuff.
It was just so like, it was really bad. There was like no condenser.
Yeah, no, it's not good.
So it is definitely cost effective. All you need is something to record with, microphone. I mean, that's like the ultimate basics.
Yeah, you need a computer. Yeah.
Okay, maybe it's not that technical. There are a lot of things that you do need to know.
Yeah.
But in terms of cost, it is definitely not that expensive.
Yeah, not at all. Because, like, in this day and age now, like, everyone has a laptop, you know? And you just plug in your mic in there and you can do it.
I think you can buy the thing where you plug in the mic on your phone.
Yeah,
and,
that
you,
too.
like,
Yeah,
record
that's even cheaper.
I don't even know how that works.
Yeah, but I'm sure that's an option. And, like, sometimes in the beginning, us personally, we really value high quality sound, but like I've listened to some podcasts that are fairly popular and I feel like their sound quality isn't like super professional.
Like it's literally recorded in a bathroom.
Yeah, like it's not super high tech or whatever, and they're still doing all right. So
I have an idea for plumbers.
Ooh.
If you guys want to do a podcast, you can call it the Toilet Confessionals.
Any plumbers that are listening to this? Do we even have plumbers in our target audience?
No, definitely not. Women plumbers who want to start their own business, we got you. Toilet Confessionals.
Tell a friend.
Share at someone, DM this to them. Toilet Confessionals.
Yeah, come to us for the business ideas.
Yeah.
All right, moving on from this.
We're really good at this.
Yeah, we're really
tell?
good. Yeah, we're business strategists, professional.
How to grow your toilet business.
Plumbers make a lot of money, man.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, no shade.
Yeah.
I know, but like I'm just, you know.
But I'm saying like grow your business.
Yeah.
Your toilet business.
Yeah, do it.
Business.
Okay, back to the topic.
So the last thing you want.
Numero 5. What?
The last thing you want.
The last thing that we're going to teach you today.
What am I saying? The last thing that we're going to teach you today is about networking.
Yes.
Yes, we've talked about networking before.
Listen to our last episode.
So important. I love networking, and I want to say that it's because you can invite guests onto your podcast. Mm-hmm. First of all, half your work is done.
Yeah.
Because they talk for half the time.
Yeah.
It's so convenient.
Yes.
And you can connect with more like-minded people and their audience.
Yes, you can cross-promote each other.
Exactly. So that is like half your work, literally. They talk for half. You can cross-promote. You can connect with their audience because now their audience is, I want to listen to this episode.
Yeah.
I want to see what's going on. And the questions that you ask kind of relate back to you, and then all of a sudden they're taking an interest in you.
Yeah.
So that's going to help you grow your business without really having to like hardcore like market.
Yeah. It's so much easier than like spending a ton of money on like marketing or like ads and stuff like that when you can just do it organically.
Yeah.
And I would say almost everyone that I've asked to be a guest has been so excited to be on a podcast because it's like way more chill than like, let's say like you're doing an interview for TV or something. And like,
well,
some
you're,
people,
you're going on some like crazy TV show.
Yeah.
And they honestly, if you watch like TV shows where they're just interviewing people, they don't get to talk that much.
No,
Usually the host is like, blah, 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 blah,
Yeah.
ask you like 5 questions and you're like, okay, bye.
Yeah.
Because TV time is so expensive and it's so like, they don't got time. Like, they're just like, they're like, come here, get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Whereas on a podcast, it's more chill. And I can't tell you the amount of times where we would end a session and we get to know this person.
Yeah, we'll like continue talking for so much longer.
We'll continue talking, and it's just like beautiful. Like you develop such amazing relationships, and you really get to like dig in and like get to know them. No, I wanted to say know these people, but I also wanted to say know them. So.
Yeah.
Know them.
And I feel like it's like chatting on a podcast. It's like you're almost like killing 2 birds with 1 stone because you're getting to know your guest while it's also promoting their business.
Yeah.
And like it's promoting your business too. It's like you're hitting all the birds. You know what I mean? I know, I just made that up.
This is some aggression. Let's hit all the birds.
Hit all the birds. So why not record it since you're like getting to know someone anyway, right?
That's actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Why not record it? But let them know that you're recording.
That's why you should have a podcast. So yeah, you recap.
Whoa, okay. Today is like a wacky day for me.
I know, we're just like on fire.
I'm just like, what's going on right now? I feel like I just woke up. But I didn't. I woke up a long time ago.
Yeah.
At 5:50 in the morning.
Yeah.
Couldn't go back to bed. Don't know why. Maybe that's why I'm so wired.
Yeah, that's what you're saying.
So just to recap for why your business needs a podcast. Number 1, you get to introduce yourself. You get your fans, your audience, they get to know you on a deeper level. Mm-hmm. You get to talk about, you get to have conversations that you might not get to have on like regular social media, like Instagram.
Yeah.
Because your page, it might not fit in with your page. Mm-hmm. You can't just be like product. I hate the cow industry. product,
Yeah.
So podcast, it's more low key.
Yeah.
You're going to be able to chill it. And number 2, you get to build trust. The trust that you're going to build because they get to know who you are. Like I said, you get to talk about like the weird topics and they get to know who you are and your education because that doesn't always show in pictures.
Yeah.
You
or
know?
like writing. Like it's kind
or
of
writing
hard,
because like you're not trying to write like a doctorate essay.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you just want to talk about your knowledge and it doesn't need to translate into like paragraphs and sourced. Like this is the link for my source. You can just speak freely.
Yeah.
And number 3, you're getting them very, very excited. They get to come back for more. They're always expecting like, they're coming out with another episode. I wonder what they're going to talk about. Yeah. Maybe they're going to teach me how to use the sleep mask or like they're going to talk about the ingredients that's going to go into this organic oils or something, right? So they're always wanting to come back for more. You can't push a new product every week.
Yeah.
But an episode, you can push out every day.
Yeah. Easy.
And number 4, it is cost effective. It does not break the bank. Nope. A lot of people think do. Just like
cost effective.
So number 4, it is extremely cost effective. It's not an expensive thing to do. You don't need to hire some like audio technician to be pushing those buttons.
No, you don't need
while
a
you're
DJ.
recording. Like you need a microphone. You need a laptop. Usually people have those. Like it's not that difficult.
Or a phone.
Mm-hmm. But the mic you can get it from Amazon. It's not that expensive.
No.
And lastly, networking. This is going to do amazing. We have had so many guests that we've just fed off each other. And, we've wished nothing but success for each other. Mm-hmm. You can invite guests to your podcast. They pretty much do half your work for you because they're talking half of the time. Yeah. You're promoting them. They're promoting you. Yeah. You get to know their audience. Your audience gets to know them. And that just works hand in hand, and it's nowhere near as much work as if you were to like do a whole Instagram campaign. You gotta like, plan out your picture and edit it. This one you just sit down, get together, chat, and like, boom,
you're good to go. And if you guys want networking tips, we do share 5 of those in a previous episode. Just it was in episode 30.
I don't remember the episode numbers.
It's episode 30. So
do we have the episode numbers on?
I think you can see it in iTunes, but we'll link it.
Networking tips. The episode is called "Network Like a Smart Bitch."
Yes.
And we guarantee you, by the end of that episode, you're going to be networking like a smart bitch.
Yeah, because we did.
We definitely
became those smart bitches.
We went through some trial and error, and once we discovered how to do that, it was just like
smooth sailing.
Like, I'm doing this. And this is why your business needs a podcast. We are developing a course on teaching you how to start and launch your own podcast.
Yes.
If you guys are interested, please leave us a comment, slide into our DMs, or send us an email on what you want to learn in this course. Sign up for our weekly newsletter to find out when our course will be available and get instant access to business tips and downloadable PDFs.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode. We hope that this convinced you that your business needs a podcast today. So you guys better get on that right now if you want your business to succeed and advance and keep up with the trends. Get a podcast.
Get a podcast now.
Yes.
It's fun, I promise. Bye.
Bye. Thank you for listening, Glow Babes. Check out woglow.com. The link is below to grab your freebie, 25 ways on how to get your shit together like a baller.
Give us our 5 golden stars on iTunes and we'll be your best friends, I swear. And please share this episode with your babes that need some glow and will benefit from this. Thank you.
Go,